Hello and welcome to CDO Magazine interview series. I'm Savio Rodrigues with Trianz, and we are partnering with CDO Magazine, MIT CDO IQ, and the International Society of Chief Data Officers in a series of interviews. I have the pleasure today of speaking again with Sid Raisoni. He advises several companies on analytics and has led analytics at companies like WWE in the past. He plays a key role in enabling data-driven decisions through analytics across the entire value chain of acquisitions, marketing, operations, and finance. Thanks again for speaking with me, Sid.
Again, thanks for having me and a pleasure to be here.
So Sid, would you mind sharing any scenario where data is being used to benefit an organization in a way that our listeners might not expect? This could be anything from using data to choose wrestling matches, to use machine learning to help with predicting customer churn, or it could be something entirely different.
Sure. So something that I've been passionate about, and I want to reframe the question a bit to maybe focus on looking at unexpected behavior rather than unexpected benefit of data. So a theory that I'm a fan of is called adjacent user theory, which is used fairly effectively to drive value. In any business, especially direct to consumer, there are what's called adjacent users. These users are those who are aware of a product and have tried using it, but are not able to successfully become engaged ones, right? Often these are the ignored users because companies tend to focus on those users who are engaged. Companies also tend to look at averages, which don't speak to adjacencies very well, right? So this is typical because current product positioning or experiences has barriers for adoption, which are not allowing these adjacent users to become engaged ones. And end of the day, these adjacent users do have a need. You just haven't been able to fulfill it in the way they would like. So I'll give you a very specific use case. While at IAC, which is a digital company that makes the world's largest number of mobile apps, we had a product market fit for millions of people within several products. However, while playing with the data, we discovered new groups of users who didn't quite understand how that product fits into their lives, and they had a much higher probability of churning versus others. So this insight in itself was critical, that certain behaviors led to churn, and that meant that we would be losing valuable users who were trying to solve a problem. And we also found ways to drive growth and continually define the product roadmap with the adjacent users in mind. We studied why they were struggling, what was the problem they were trying to solve. We built empathy for those users by running different tests, and ultimately solve their problems beyond the focus of the core users. So this allowed organic growth to happen within these apps, which would not have been possible if we were just simply focused on the average user or the engaged user.
Got it. I'm a big fan of the adjacent user theory, and it's so neat to see the way it's being applicable, in some of the use cases that you've talked about. So thank you so much for sharing the insights and the details. I think that's about all the time that we have. I'd like to thank my guest, Sid Raisoni, a leader in analytics. Thank you so much for your time, Sid. It was really a pleasure talking to you today.
Thank you, Savio. Thanks a lot. Bye-bye.